All right, so welcome back, everyone. We are on lesson 10 this week, which is a really good lesson. The most valuable person that we'll talk about in a few minutes. Beforehand, we're going to go through lesson 9. It's a review of lesson 9 from last week. And then if you guys have any questions, please do ask me. I'm just going to mute everyone for the background noise, okay? So if you have a question, please unmute yourself first. So that's better. I can hear myself better, okay? So then we're going to review lesson 9 and go through any questions. So as always, same rules apply. I'm just going to go through the whole topic. And if you do have questions, just please stop me. If not, then I'm just going to continue as everything is perfect. And then we're going to go through wins of the week. So you have a few more minutes to remind yourself what is your win of the week. As we know, it's a great habit to maintain. Then we're going to go to lesson 10, which is today's lesson. And please do ask questions, make comments, because as we know, every single week I say the same things over and over again. The more you get involved, the better for you. If you just listen to me, you're not going to remember it. If you ask questions, then you're going to remember it better. But when you get involved, you actually start understanding everything from different point of view. All right, so lesson 9, the magic word. What was the magic word from the last week? Do you guys remember the magic word from lesson 9? The magic word, as William James says, that human beings could alter their lives by altering their attitudes of mind.
Attitude, there it was.
Attitude, that's it, beautiful. So the magic word is the attitude. What do you guys remember about attitude? What is an attitude? This is the word that's highly popular. We probably hear about attitude at work, among friends, family sometimes, and people often say this person has a very good attitude, this person doesn't. Maybe you were told that you have a very good attitude towards something, but what really attitude means? What is attitude?
The combination of thoughts, feelings, and actions.
Yes, combination of thoughts, feelings, and actions. The most important that it's not one of them. It's not just thoughts, it's not just behavior, but it's actually all three of them. So it's a combination of a composite of thoughts, feelings, and actions. And that's highly important. If I want to have a great attitude, and this quote here by William James is very important. We can alter our life by altering our attitude of mind. That's really huge. I mean, do we go through the day to think about that? If I only change my attitude right now, I could have different results. Right now, I could change my attitude. And how do I change my attitude? How do I change it? Sorry, Eric, I think you're muted again.
By changing your thoughts?
Yes. So everything starts from thoughts. It's changing your thoughts. So it's not just forcing behavior. It's changing your thoughts. Everything, once again, starts from our thinking. And believe it or not, we have 100% control of our thinking. That might be a bit challenging. And sometimes when we have this thought pattern over and over, sometimes people think this is just driving me crazy. How can I change it? Because it's just there. But we have to practice it. We have to practice it. So everything can be changed. And we have, that's the truth, we have 100% control over our thinking. That's the good part. The challenging part is that our thinking is habitual. So whatever you were thinking about today, just think about it for a second right now. Whatever you were thinking about today, most of the day, you were thinking about that probably yesterday and the day before, and perhaps even last week. Would you agree or disagree?
Pretty much.
Pretty much, yes. It's the thought pattern, isn't it? It's a thought pattern. So all we have to do to start with, change our thoughts, just like I said, change our thinking. And that is a beautiful quote by Napoleon Hill. And he said there is a huge difference between wishing for something and be ready to receive it. How many people wish for stuff to change? They hope that stuff would change. I hope I'm gonna get motivated. I hope the right time will come and then I'm gonna change something in my life. How many people do you think do that?
A
Many?
lot.
A lot, right? A lot. People do say that, right? I hope something's gonna change this year. I hope 2018 is gonna be different for me. But Napoleon Hill says wishing for something and being ready to receive it is a very different thing. It's absolutely different thing. What's the difference between wishing for something and actually being ready to receive it? What's the difference? Think about your lives, guys. The best way to understand this, if I really want to, like, let's talk about it. Tell me what you think about it. When you wish or hope for stuff, do you get it in your life? Do they actually come? Yes or no? Do you find it easy for your goals to be completed? Yes or no? Can't hear anybody. A little bit.
I think they come over time, but it's not like easy.
Okay.
It's about action.
Yes, it's about action. So it's not easy, right? Because we need to act. And action is controlled by our behavior, right? So why is it not easy to change our behavior? Because it's controlled by the subconscious programming, right? So that's it. Like, I need to be aware of it. If I just hope for something to change, if I'm just gonna wait for this right moment, I can tell you the biggest secret right now, that moment is not gonna come unless you do something about it, unless actively you are doing something about it every day. So what are activities? It could be anything. It could be writing your goal card. It could be doing something that makes you uncomfortable. It could be working on your habits. It's anything, but you gotta really make a decision. I gotta do something about it, because if we just sit and keep doing what we've been doing so far and hoping and wishing for stuff, nothing is gonna happen. We are ready to receive it only when, what's the key word?
Action.
Action. But then action creates reaction. Okay, but sometimes I do things, I act and I do things, and I'm busy, but I'm still not receiving it. Why?
Oh, it's about feelings.
Feeling. So it's belief, isn't it? Right? It's when I truly believe in it. Do you remember any situations from your life, or maybe someone else you know really well, something came to you quite easy in the past? Think about it. Think of it on a situation that something came to you easy. You didn't sweat about it. You didn't put that much effort. It just came to you, and you thought that was easy. Do you remember anything like that from your life, perhaps from your experience? Yes, no, kind of.
I was taking notes. No, there we are. I was taking notes. What was the question? I'm sorry. Have we ever seen Wonder Life?
So the question was, do you remember, any of you, so do you remember if you had any experience in life that what you wanted came to you very easy, without any particular effort? You did something, obviously, about it, but it was no sweat, no struggle. You just got it.
I think it's kind of like a trick question. I think that it came unexpectedly and it came in the end easier than I thought, but I can't say it necessarily came without, easily.
Okay. Unexpectedly, it's good. I like that word because unexpectedly is basically when you're ready. So what Napoleon Hill says here, we always acquire the things when we are ready. And we are ready when we really believe in it. So something must have developed. You believe it's going to come, or you were working towards it, and then you let go of pressure. You let go of really thinking, when am I going to get it? So that is when we either believe in it, this is when we get it fast, or we will let go of stress about it, okay? So we always receive what we want when we're ready for it. We're ready for it until we really believe in it. So the state of mind that we operate with, and this is really important to understand, the state of mind must be belief. What's the difference between the state of mind as a belief and as just mere hope or wish? What's the difference between belief and hope or wish? Any ideas?
Well, wishing is something on the conscious level, kind of like on the surface, while belief it's something, but believing, I mean, it's rooted like in the subconscious mind.
Okay.
Much, much more deep, it's controlled by the paradigm. Like one is kind of like with the paradigm, and the other is like controlled by the paradigm.
Yeah, absolutely. So so belief is something that we have no doubt about it. It's just going to happen. I know it's going to happen. That's what it is. It's just going to happen. We have that belief. Nothing and nobody's going to change my belief. And like you said, Philip, and you're right about it, it's controlled by the paradigm. So the paradigm has those beliefs. I know it's going to happen. We know that. That's why we have faith. Faith is belief. Like I believe in something because I have faith. When I have faith, I'm calm about it. I don't stress out about it. I work towards it and I do what's necessary, but I'm not stressing about it. I don't doubt it. I don't have anything that I doubt about because I know it's just going to happen. That is the difference. Hoping or wishing is you kind of say, yes, I do want to have more of time perhaps or money, but somehow when you say that, you feel uncomfortable. You kind of think, I don't know, I don't think so. You feel uneasy. That's wishing, that's hoping. You kind of just like, you feel there is a little bit of, like you just said, yes, I do want it, but you subconsciously know that it's not going to happen. Whereas belief, there's no question about it. You're calm, relaxed, and you know it's going to happen. Does that make sense? Thumbs up or thumbs down? Make sense? Good. So, and the last important part is that open-mindedness is essential to belief. So that is pretty much going to lead us towards the next lesson today. We've got to be open-minded. So we have to be open-minded to create a new belief. Why?
Because closed minds cannot accept new ideas.
Yes. What about that? What does it mean that closed minds are not going to accept an idea?
Closed minds.
So what does it mean? I'm not going to accept an idea. What's an idea? Just give me an example, anyone, please. What kind of ideas we're talking about here?
Like waking up earlier in the morning makes you more productive.
Yes, good one. Thank you. What else? Yes, those that, for example, saying your goal out loud will train your mind to believe it's possible. That's an idea. That's only an idea. But when I'm open-minded, I can accept this idea and I'm going to do it. Working hard, I don't have to work hard to earn more money. That's an idea. Can I accept this idea or am I going to reject it straight away? the same like tools that we have in TIR. So mirror work is something that is powerful on our subconscious mind. That's an idea. That's a concept. A concept that's been proven by many great minds in history. But if I'm not open-minded, I'm gonna reject it. I'm gonna laugh at it. I'm gonna think, well, how is this going to help me? That's an idea itself as well. Earning or taking my yearly income to my monthly income, that's an idea. That's also an idea. If you came or anybody came up to an average person on the street and said you could turn your yearly income into your monthly income, do you think people would believe in it straight away?
No, not at all.
No, they would probably say, yeah, right, it's some sort of trying to sell me something.
Yeah.
That would be instant, because that's the belief. People would just reject that idea. That's impossible. You know, what is it all about? You know, they're gonna be thinking all sorts of stuff. So once again, open mindedness is essential to believe, because a belief is an opinion. A belief is an idea. It's an idea of something. When I accept that idea, and I truly keep saying this in my mind over and over and over again, that idea becomes my new belief. That's how beliefs are created. So some people have very good beliefs, very strong beliefs, very the beliefs that serve them in life. But some people have ridiculous beliefs, absolutely ridiculous, and they never question them. They only have them because some of the beliefs, like the paradigm, has been passed on generation to generation, right? So once again, the attitude, which is the magic word, starts from your thoughts. So I need to have certain attitude towards life, towards myself, towards people around me, and towards the things I do in order to create great results. Great attitude equals great results. Poor attitude equals poor results. Extraordinary attitude equals extraordinary results. So that's all we have to do. If we shift something like thoughts, which is a composite of attitudes, attitude is a composite of three. Remember, guys, like the cake, right? 3 layers. Thoughts, feelings, actions. That's my attitude. And I have a great attitude when everything is aligned. Everything is in harmony. That is when my attitude is fantastic, because that will be shown in results. If, on the other hand, I'm thinking one thing, oh, I wish I were more productive, I wish I had more money, I wish I had more time, I wish I had a better job. So that's my thoughts, but my behavior is totally different because I'm not doing anything about it, then I don't have a great attitude. I do not have a great attitude because my thoughts are one thing, my behavior, my actions are the opposite. That's not a great attitude. But when I'm thinking about what I want and I'm feeling it because I'm getting emotionally involved with that picture, my behavior follows automatically. So all I have to take care of is what I think about and what I feel. Then my actions will show. When everything is aligned, I have a fantastic attitude. And with that fantastic attitude, you're going to achieve fantastic results. And as we know, just to wrap up lesson 9 from last week, everything is energy. Everything is energy. And we've said that before, and I keep repeating this and put a lot of attention on this topic, that we are the source of energy. If we at least think about ourselves like that, we will know that whatever I send out as an intention, thought is also energy, words, so whatever I say, whatever I speak out, I send it out. So words is energy, very powerful energy. It comes back to me because energy always comes back to its source of origination. And each and one of you is a source of energy, powerful source of energy. So that requires practice and awareness. But that concept is absolutely powerful and life-changing. If I master only my attitude, if I promise myself that for the next month, I'm going to be working on my attitude, you will start creating beautiful results. It's a boomerang concept, like we say. So whatever you send out, once again, comes back to you. And it only, if someone has a bad attitude, if someone has a poor attitude, that person is only harming themselves. Only harming themselves. So someone could be mean to you, and you think, oh my gosh, they have such a bad attitude, and they might be mean to you. Don't worry, because whatever they do to you is going to come back to them. Not from you, but maybe from another source. So the person with the bad attitude only harms themselves. So that's why it's so important to have a great attitude, thoughts, feelings, actions aligned, because whatever you send out comes back. Any questions or any comments about the magic word? No? All good? Excellent. Okay, let's move on then. So, your favorite time of the week, wins for the week. Who would like to go first? Who is a brave soul today?
I'll go first.
Thank you.
So this week I was at a wedding of a friend, and I made some new friends there.
Great, that's it, yes?
Yeah.
Okay, fantastic. That's very good. Very good, very straightforward, love it. Thank you very much for sharing, Philip. Anybody else would like to share with their wins of the week? And I love that one, by the way. We tend to minimize our wins because we think, oh, this is not good enough, and try that, and that's not true. We have to always give ourselves recognition. Anybody else would like to share with the win of the week? No? Okay, guys, so, yes?
I was just going to say, I finally got myself organized enough to actually hold my meeting with you for my one-on-one. That was like hugely
Fantastic.
and it was very productive, so thank you very much.
Pleasure. Well done, and you can only thank yourself. Thank you so much for sharing. Beautiful. Anybody else would like to share a win? Okay, go for it, Renata. Let me just unmute you just 1 second, please. Okay. Yes, beautiful.
Okay, so last week I prepared some challenges for me, like 30 days. I started on Sunday or last Sunday, and I continued through the whole week. So at least first week was completed, and there was not like one challenge, but some, like 10. So I'm continuing, and let's see what happened within the next 30 days.
Excellent, beautiful. I love it. So next Monday we expect to hear the same from you.
I can show my sheet which I prepare, and I tick every day what I did. So
great. If you could post it on Facebook, that's very motivating.
Yes.
Yes. Thank you very much. Excellent.
And Ola, I'm just put there 30 or 26 days of magic. So I don't know if it was already presented here or not. I did some exercise at 5 a.m. in the morning as well. They are like Latino dance. So every day some like 30 minutes. And other challenges as well. Some meditation and affirmation as well. So a lot of things.
You feel better right after that routine. Are you feeling better? Do you feel difference after the routine?
Yes.
Yes, absolutely. It has a huge impact what we do in the morning. Yeah. Well done. Thank you so much, everyone, for sharing. All right, lesson 10. The most valuable person. Who is the most valuable person? A leader. A leader is the most valuable person.
I was going to say you.
Oh, thank you.
I was going to say me.
Beautiful. Love it. We all agree on that. Thank you. Beautiful. So what about you guys? Would you say when you think about you, and you're more than welcome to share it so we can have a little bit of chat. Are you a leader or are you a follower? How do you see yourself? When you think of yourself, would you call yourself a leader in life, personal or professional, or a follower?
Depends on the situation.
Okay, very good. Very good. What about other people? Do you think you're a leader or a follower?
Hello.
I'm a leader, but
Hello.
I have a lot of positive aspects of features, but also I know where my weak points. Karol, proszę cię, przestań. I'm sorry for my boy.
That's okay. He's getting involved. Okay, beautiful. That's very good. Thank you so much for sharing. So, just like you said, guys, sometimes we are a leader and sometimes we are a follower. And today's lesson is all about understanding that depending on the situation, sometimes we have to be a follower, but sometimes in another situation, we gotta lead. So we are a bit of both. And if we have weaknesses, that's fine, because at least we know about it, we are aware of it. So everything that we are aware of, we can always improve upon. And it's beautiful to be aware of something. So this is a beautiful quote by Napoleon Hill again from Think and Grow Rich. And he says that most great leaders began in the capacity of followers. And it's truth. It's there's no leader that I personally know or heard of or read about who would not have a mentor, who would not have someone in their life, either early age or later on as an adult, who would not have someone that led them through certain processes. So most great leaders, so one of the most great leaders began in the capacity of followers. They became great leaders because they were intelligent followers. What does it mean to be an intelligent follower?
To learn from others' mistakes and get whatever is helpful to you.
Yes. Okay, very good. So to really yes, learn from other people's mistakes and not to do it yourself. So it's not like, oh, I'm gonna still test it, right? If someone said that's the best way, just do it, right? Beautiful. What else? What's an intelligent follower?
I think to observe somebody who is more advanced than we are, and also to be able to receive feedback, constructive feedback.
Yes, very good. That's a good point. Yes, the feedback is good, and normally we have to be open to a negative feedback sometimes, isn't it? Which is not easy to do in many cases. That's beautiful. Thank you. What else? Who was an intelligent follower?
Someone who listens with their emotions.
Okay, very beautiful. Someone who listens with their emotions. That's very nice. So it's actually tapping into the conversation, right? So not just listening and thinking about something else, but actually being present at the conversation. Very good. So yes, everything that's been said, that describes an intelligent follower. All I could add here is that intelligent follower does exactly what he is or she is told by the leader in that case. So if someone says to us, do this and that, without analyzing it, questioning it, we should just do as we are told. And that could be a very simple concept sometimes, but that's the beauty of an intelligent follower, just like we've mentioned already. So learn from other people's mistakes. If someone spent 20 years, 40 years, or 60 years on something, they probably know what's the best way or quickest way to make it happen. So instead of us trying to reinvent the wheel, as they say, we should just be an intelligent follower, meaning follow what I'm told. As simple as that. And it could be very simple techniques, but all I gotta do is to do it. Application is the key. So, of course, that sometimes there are exceptions, and the person who cannot follow a leader intelligently cannot become an efficient leader. And I think that kind of makes sense, right? So if I were to ask you a question about leadership, like in this case, let's just think about who do I think, maybe it could be someone famous, someone that you know personally, or someone that you've read about, someone who is still alive, maybe someone who died a long time ago. But do you guys have a favorite leader that you admire, someone that you really look up to? It could be anybody, it could be someone that you've met and maybe they had certain characteristic traits. Or someone that you watch on TV.
Bob Proctor.
Bob Proctor, okay, awesome. He's my favorite leader as well. Good stuff. Anybody else, like anybody that you admire and think that person, I like that person, I really admire that person?
I have a few of them, but you know, I mean, a couple of people just throw out there. Tony Robbins. I mean, just do like the C after him. Some of the actors who, Will Smith, and who else was that? Just escaped my mind. Oh, come on. Oh well, but that's that for the moment. Oh, there's another guy, an internet marketer, is a guy named Frank Kern. Most of the guys that I like for following them as their leader, their example of how they run their business and how they run their marketing operations.
Beautiful, beautiful. That's a great example. Thank you so much. Anybody else has any other leaders that they really look up to or they really admire?
I have two. It's Oprah Winfrey and Richard Branson.
Beautiful, excellent, beautiful. Anybody else? Okay, guys, so now those people that you look up to or really admire, what sort of quality traits do they have that you admire most? If you were to mention or write down 5, for example, your favorite that you really admire about those people.
I think they have vision. They are balanced, very calm, very open to people, and very wise as well.
Yeah, beautiful. Thank you for sharing. Excellent. Anybody else? Like maybe you don't know the person, but any traits of the character that you admire in a leader. And when you listen to them or when you read the books, you would say, I'm going to follow this person no matter what. What sort of traits of the character do you admire in those people? So write it down or write down the question, and that's really important to come up with those. We're going to go through those in seconds. So this is really important to become aware of what's important for me in a leader. Who would I follow? Because that will help you to pretty much learn, or I wouldn't say copy like in a negative way.
Develop.
Develop, yes, thank you. Perfect word that I was looking for. Develop in yourself, right? So we perhaps may have some of it, but we would want to take it to the next level. And if you have those the characteristic traits, write it down and really start thinking about them a little bit more on a deeper level, because that will help you to become a greater leader. So the key points of today's lesson: the effective leader has a vision. So Renata mentioned that before. So someone who has a vision, we admire that person. Why?
Because they know where they're going.
Yes, because we know we can trust them. If someone has a vision, we know that they're not just gonna be changing their mind every single day, perhaps. They have a vision, they know where they're going, and have also capacity or ability to express that vision so other people buy into it. That's a beautiful trait, isn't it? A great leader also is an intelligent follower. So we've mentioned that before. There is no other way no other way to become a great leader if we are not an intelligent follower. No way. If we're trying to cut corners, and that could be a human nature, and that actually is a human nature, but if we fall for that trap, cutting corners and thinking, oh, I'm just gonna skip that day, or I'm just gonna skip this, we're actually cheating ourselves. Because the way we're built is we cannot cheat our brain. If we say, and that's proven by science, if we say that our brain needs at least 30 consecutive days for a new habit to be repeated, I cannot just say after 7 days, I'm too tired, I'm just gonna skip it, nothing's gonna happen. Because you have to start over again. So understanding how my brain really works, so really studying who I am and what I am, will help us to really apply those principles, because I will know the power behind it. It's not just someone said, do it for 30 days, and I'm just gonna do it, skipping a day here and a day there, and then 30 days passes, and I'm thinking, well, nothing is happening. So if I'm not gonna do it properly, our brain will stay the same. However, if I'm an intelligent follower and I've read either in a book of the person that I absolutely admire, or I have a leader or a mentor who told me that's what I have to do, if I just follow it to the dot, things will be changing in my life quickly as well. 30 consecutive days, no shortcuts. And if I really do it for 30 consecutive days, my brain flips onto different frequencies. That's been proven. So that's science. If each and one of us becomes the best follower you can be, that will create the results in your life that will also inspire other people. When your life starts to change, or when your life will be changing, people around you will see that change. You will get followers automatically. They'll come up and ask you, what are you doing? What have you done? Because there is something different about you. That's a beauty. Let's become the best follower I can be, and then see what happens. Another one, which is a beautiful one, is to develop that respect for the leader. Why is it really important to respect our leader, or the leader that we admire or need to follow at that time? Why is it important to have a respect for the leader? Because that respect, when I have a respect for my leader, that will help me to understand that once I become a leader, that attitude is all about attitude, guys. That attitude to my thoughts and feelings will help me then to develop myself to a leader other people will respect as well. It literally works like that. It works both ways. The beauty in the whole concept of becoming a great leader, and again, we might be already a leader in certain areas of our life, but we always have to improve. No matter what we do, no matter how great we might be, we always have to work on improving ourselves. Because there's always a room for improvement, always. And any organizations or any service area, anybody who wants to be served, everybody is looking for great leaders. Everyone. No matter what we do. We may work for a company, we may be self-employed, we may have other projects going on, very important projects as well. But in every area, people are looking for great leaders. People want to be inspired. Everyone is looking for inspiration. Everyone is looking for motivation. Everyone is looking for some sort of advice. And each and one of you can give that. But we have to first be an excellent follower. There's no shortcut to that. And the beauty as well about the great attitude, that a great leader has a great attitude. Do you guys know of anyone, perhaps, that is a leader with a really bad attitude?
Hitler?
Okay, nice. And what do you think? Do you think, I mean, people followed him, yes, but for different reasons, right? But do you think people would follow him if they had a choice?
Most likely not.
Yes. So they followed him for the wrong reason, right? Because they were scared. So different leaders have different tactics. And even these days, there are managers, there are leaders who try to bully employees or who try to use the power they have to make other people do things for them. Do you think that people who have those leaders will be loyal to that leader?
No.
No, absolutely not. Now, yes?
But that's not a leader, that's a boss.
Yes, exactly. So a great leader has a great attitude. Having a great attitude, what's an attitude again?
Composite of thoughts, feelings, and actions.
Beautiful. So a line composite of thoughts, feelings, and actions. I have a vision. I am emotionally involved with that vision. So I'm not having a vision and then I'm thinking I'm not gonna make it happen because I'm too scared. No, that's not harmony. I'm having a vision and I'm emotionally involved with my vision, and then my behavior follows, because the behavior follows what I think about and what I'm emotionally involved with. When everything is in harmony, I have a great attitude. A leader with a great attitude will have followers who will do the extra for that leader without even asking, because they want to be a part of it. They want to be a part of his or her team.
They want to be acknowledged.
Yes, absolutely. Absolutely. So a great leader with a great attitude also looks for the greatness in other people. Being acknowledged, being rewarded, that's a very human basics. Like, that's what we all desire, no matter where we are, at home, with our friends, with our other half, among our family, at work. We want to be rewarded and seen that we're doing well, right? We
Yes.
want to be seen that we're actually doing our best, and people can see that. The recognition is so important. The more we are recognized for something, even little things, what happens next?
We develop self-respect, self-confidence.
Yes, and the more we want to do as well for those people, right? So now imagine yourself, each and one of you, if you had a great attitude. A part of a great attitude as a leader is also you going to look for the good in other people. Think of people that you are surrounded most. 4 or 5 people that you're surrounded by most. If you look at those people, it doesn't matter who they are. They could be family, they could be colleagues, they could be friends, someone who you spend most time with. And what would happen if you were looking for the greatness in them? If you were letting them know how good they are? What do you think would happen?
They will respect you more.
Respect you more, yes. What else?
They're going to swell up with a sense of pride.
Yes. They would definitely want to be more around you as well, right? They would want to follow you. They would want to, because you would make them feel good. We all want to feel good. That's such a basic need. And that basic need can be satisfied because we have the habit of seeing good in other people, and we let them know about it. That's the most important part, because just knowing about it and thinking about it but not saying it, it's not going to make them feel better. But if we let them know, I used to think, I don't know about you guys, but I used to think that If I met someone and they were confident, they were very good in what they were doing, I used to know that I don't have to tell them that because they know it. Obviously, they know it. But trust me, they don't necessarily know it. And even if they do, because you still mention it, it will always make them feel better. Even if you think this is not necessarily, I'm just saying, you know, like, I don't want to be paying cheap compliments. It's not. Acknowledging someone for the good they do, even if it's something simple, will always make them feel better. And that is a great leader with a great attitude. That's one of the best parts. And that's actually going to be continued next week in our next lesson.
I mean, they go through the same thing emotionally.
What do you mean by that?
I mean, any leader goes through the same process of, you know, of questioning their self and their value, and continually waking up day and day. You know, they may have arrived to another level, but I mean, still, there's always a sense of self-doubt that creeps in.
The self-doubt creeps in if we do not control it. So if we develop certain routine, and in that routine we will feed our mind with our goal, we'll feed our mind with self-confidence formula, for example, we'll feed our mind with our wins for the week, we'll feed our mind with our success stories. You basically feed your mind with such a powerhouse of positive stuff that all the negative will get out, will literally leave you, because positive and negative cannot exist at the same time. It's there, it's in us, everybody has it, but it depends on me which part I nourish more, which part I give more attention to. If I give attention more to what would happen if I fail, what would happen if it's not going to work out, I'm going to be nourishing the negative part. So it cannot be both, that I'm going to be feeling super confident and worried. No, it's either one or another. Which one do I feed more? Which one do I entertain more? If I entertain more consciously, because I know how powerful I actually am and how powerful my mind is, because it listens to me all the time. So if I feed my mind more with continuous praise, wins of the week, that's why we keep practicing wins of the week, because I got to do it to myself. Self-confidence formula, reading goal out loud, visualizing myself. There's going to be no space for the negative stuff. And if negative stuff comes in, we're just gonna just say go away. We're gonna feel so in control. A very good point though. Thank you, Eric. Is it better now? Like, do you think it makes sense now?
Yes.
Yes, good, beautiful, thank you. Leaders create an environment that brings out the good in others, which is why the leader is the person others want to follow. So that's pretty much as it sounds. A leader, a great leader, gives or creates an environment that brings the best out in people. So it's pretty much recognizing people for their achievement and making sure that if they want to grow, there is opportunity for that. And automatically, if that is given, that freedom, that recognition, that leader will have very loyal followers. An effective leader, this is a really important, this is actually a beautiful one. They know and understand who they are. And this is when they take control of their life. And this is where I choose for myself what direction I'm gonna go. Is that easy or difficult? Well, I would say it depends on the person. If I keep practicing this long enough, it's gonna become easier. Knowing who I am and understanding who I am, that's already huge. So I'm going to ask the same question I think I've asked 2 weeks ago. Who am I? Who am I? Or who are you, like each and one of you? What do you think of yourself when you think of yourself? Who do you think you are? Sounds like, who do you think you are? So who am I? Am I someone who is capable of more things that I've accomplished now, or am I someone that I need to gain or get certain skills or abilities to become better?
Both.
Both. Okay. The truth is that we are, like, our spiritual DNA is already perfect. That's the truth. When the baby is born, it has 99% of a genius. A baby is born, it's got 99% of a genius. And now it's the environment for the first few years that either boosts that or really limits. So who am I? I'm the source of energy, right? Because we are all energy, and I vibrate on certain frequencies. So who am I? When I think about myself, I have infinite potential, and everything is in me. I was born with it. Each and one of us was born with that infinite potential. You don't have to go out and buy it. You don't have to go out and get it. You have it in you. Everyone has it in you. When we think about ourselves and we think, oh, you know, this is who I am now. It's just how I am. I'm never on time. It's just how I am. It's not true. I've just learned a very negative habit some time ago. But that's not who you are. Because who we are literally, our DNA is perfect. We are spiritual beings, and we are capable of endless stuff. Our potential is limitless. That's who we are. Who we think we are now is someone that we've been programmed by our environment. But that's not who we are. That's who we learned we are, but that's not who we are. Who we are is that we are infinite source of energy. And whatever I feel right now is what I attract. That's how powerful I am. So an effective leader understands who they are. They know that if they have a vision, like we've mentioned before, and they stick with that vision, especially getting emotionally involved, they're going to make it happen. They know who they are. They know that they have the ability to take control of their life. It's not the negative programming that I've had or gained in my life, because if I allow this negative programming to control me, I don't think I have control and I can take control and go where I want to go. No. If I allow this negative programming, the negative paradigm to control me, I'm the servant, I'm not the master. But if I want to be an effective leader, I got to understand who I am. And each and one of us is a very powerful being. Okay? The effective leader maintains a great attitude, regardless of what's going on outside. And that is something that really is a true skill, because it comes through practice. Regardless what happens. So do you guys remember the reaction versus respond? So I react to certain things or people, or I respond to certain things or people. What's the difference between reacting and responding?
Responding is when you're thinking. Reacting when the paradigm is doing it for you.
Yes, absolutely. So reacting is kind of like being an animal, isn't it? It's just, you know, if someone...
The instinct.
Exactly, instinct, yes. Reacting. If someone hits me, I'm going to hit back. If someone shouts at me, I'm going to shout back. That's reacting. That's That's pretty much what animals do. They either fight or fly. They fight because they've been attacked, or they run away because they feel lack of confidence. So reacting, pretty much if we were reacting to everything that was happening to us, we would be nothing else than animals. But we are more than that because we have creative faculties. And one of the creative faculties that helps us to respond is, like you said, Philip, is thinking. Thinking is my creative faculty. That's the difference between me and animals. I can actually think before I react or respond. So when I react, I don't think. So I can think before I respond, and I can always respond the way I want to be. So if someone even is horrible to me, I don't have to be horrible back, because that is not who I am. So if we are gonna be, and we are an effective leader, if I always have a great attitude. So even if something negative happens, but I have a great attitude, because I could say, that's good, because there's good in every situation. That's a great attitude. Instead of thinking, oh my God, this is the end of the world right now, I could say, okay, that's good. Let's see what that situation has brought, what good it brought to me. That's a great attitude. It's not easy, once again. So some people have a great attitude because they've practiced that great attitude, and some people have to learn it more. But just imagine if you had a leader in your life, or if you had a boss, if you had someone that was your leader, and they would be having different mood every single day. Would you like that? Would you like that? That you come to work, or you come to, even you have a business partner perhaps, and that person just doesn't have a good attitude. Depends what happens. If it's a bad day, they have a bad attitude. If it's a good day, they have a good attitude, and you never know what to expect.
A roller coaster.
Yeah, exactly. It'll be crazy, right? Because you would be coming in thinking, let's see what happens today. But we do not trust those people. We don't have respect for those people, because we don't think they know where they're going. Because if someone has a changeable attitude or changeable way of behaving, it means that they don't really have a clear vision. Because when we have a clarity in our mind, there is clarity and pretty much order around us as well. Okay. Last one, leaders know where they are going, although they have plans. They don't know how to get there. So again, it's something like when we spoke about it at the beginning of TAR, we know where we're going, we have a vision. We don't have to know the how. We don't have to know the how. The how really stops most people, because people think, I don't have enough money, I don't have enough time, it's not going to happen. The how stops people. But we've got to remember, we are creative beings. We are powerful. All I got to know is what is that I want, and feed my mind with that goal. Like driving a car, you know, you might be having 100 miles to a destination. Your headlights at night do not reach 100 miles. They only reach like a couple of meters, right? So that's all you have to know. You just have to know the next step, the next step. And the more you keep going, the closer you get to your destination. Our goal. I don't have to know how exactly I'm going to get there, but I got to know what I want, get emotionally involved with it, enough to motivate me to do something today. Because whatever I do today is going to unveil the next step. It's going to uncover the next step. The next door is going to open up. Step by step is going to take me closer to my goal, but I gotta do something today. I cannot wait for the right time, moment, or until I feel like it, because I'm never gonna feel like it. Never gonna feel like it. Because what we're doing here, guys, we are getting out of our comfort zone. We're not just doing our 9-to-5 job, being told what to do. We're doing something more, and something more requires us to get out of comfort zone, to be uncomfortable, to not to feel to do like we have to do. We're not gonna feel like it because it's just new stuff. It's something uncomfortable. So I gotta really force myself at the beginning, but what's going to help me to force me there is the vision I have. I know where I'm going. With visualizing, with applying all the techniques that we learn here, you're going to stay motivated and you're going to develop that burning desire that will keep you going step at a time. And this is when you become a great leader, because people will see you approaching day by day, and they'll be thinking, they keep doing it, they keep going, they stay motivated, they stay consistent. That's absolutely amazing. That itself is absolutely amazing. Persistence, no matter what, being consistent, no matter what, is absolutely amazing. Many people admire it. But we can only do that if we have that vision. This is a self-confidence formula. Who does have a self-confidence formula with them? Do you guys have it or not? Yes or no? No? Okay. Self-confidence formula is very powerful. I'm going to post this one on Facebook today. So you can download a copy, you can have it. I have it printed off. I have it on my phone and I read it every single morning. This is all you have to train your mind with. And when you do it every single day, the capital letters on self-confidence formula are the keywords. I demand of myself persistent continuous action. I gotta demand it. It's not gonna show up at the doorstep and say, hello, this is the time for you now. No, I gotta demand of myself to be persistent. I gotta demand it. Self-confidence needs to be developed because we procrastinate because of lack of confidence. So I got to develop my self-confidence, and I'm gonna do it until my behavior changes, so I can then work towards my goal. I gotta have a definite chief aim in life. There's no such a thing as, I'm not sure what my goal is, I don't have a clarity, and I'm hoping I'm gonna get there. Not gonna happen. I gotta have a definite chief aim in life. So that's like becoming a great leader has a great vision. They know what they want. They don't have to know how to get there, but they know what they want. And then everything that I do will develop my faith. And then that faith, because faith is belief is an idea that I keep repeating in my head over and over again. That faith will then influence my thoughts and actions. And this is when I become a self-reliant and a very successful person. That self-confidence formula is extremely powerful. Napoleon Hill talks about it in The Law of Success. So that was even pre-Think and Grow Rich. And this is something that if you keep reading, and I highly recommend it to keep reading it out loud every morning, you're gonna breathe it, you're gonna feel it. And when the day comes that you don't feel like doing something, that self-confidence formula is gonna pop into your head, and you're gonna say, I demand of myself persistent continuous action. It's gonna be a part of you. When you keep reading it, you're gonna memorize it. Whatever we memorize, it's a part of us. Whatever is a part of us, that's how we start to behave.
Is this from Think and Grow Rich?
Yes.
Oh,
Yeah.
I thought it looked familiar.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. It is. But it's also, Think and Grow Rich was after The Laws of Success. The Laws of Success was before, and that was a little bit like expanded version of Think and Grow Rich.
Is that written by Napoleon Hill as well?
Yes, yes. Mm-hmm. Even better one, I would say. Better one than Think and Grow Rich. Lesson 10, which is the one we talked about today, has a beautiful article at the end, which is a common denominator of success. No matter what lesson you're on this week, I would say to everyone, I highly recommend to just go at the back of your lesson 10 and read that common denominator of success. It's absolutely a powerful story of successful people, why successful people are successful. It's a great story. I think when I had time when I just couldn't be persistent with what I was doing, and I just couldn't be like self-disciplined, I read this story every day for a month, to the point that I finally got it, what I had to do. There's no easy way, there's no shortcut. but it's almost like you understand why do we have to do the things we have to do. It's a great article. At the end of lesson 10, you can find it. And this is it for today. Do you guys have any questions or any comments about lesson 10, so the most valuable person? No? Okay. Well, I wanted to thank you for being here with me today and for participating. This is really giving a lot of value. So I really appreciate it, and I really am grateful for that. And also wanted to finish with the last quote, to say gratitude to your mindset and perception of life. Being grateful for the things you have, and even for the things you don't have yet, being grateful for it, it really is linked to what's the mindset we operate with. If we are grateful for things, we're going to have more things coming our way, because that's the vibration we send out. Gratitude. Highly powerful. Thank you so much, everyone. I'm going to post that one as well on Facebook, so you can download the picture as well. And have a beautiful week, everyone. And I look forward to speaking to you next week.
Thank you, Alex. Have a good day. Bye.
Thank you.
Thank you.